Hello everyone, welcome to episode 8 of Euro Truck Simulator, and I'm in the middle of this long ride up to Norway, which will give me 100,000 euros. I noticed on the previous recording that the audio levels weren't exactly as good as they should be, so I've turned the music down a little bit and increased the mic volume. Hopefully I didn't go too far to the other extreme, which I'm really good at doing, so that's the downside to having taken a while in between recording episodes is my settings got changed over Christmas when I was doing other things, and so anyway, enough excuses on there. Time to start. So let's see, we're in the middle of our drive already, so let's jump back into this and we'll see if we can finish it today. I'm hoping to keep this somewhere near an hour max. Get gas well before I leave here. I like the design of these particular versions of the gas stations though, because I can rest over there and then just come right over here. I think after this I will have enough fuel to make it through the entire trip, but again I gotta rest at least one more time, if not two more times, and I like fueling every rest stop just to make sure that I'm topped off. It doesn't take too long to do so. And let's see, got a couple more hours before sunsets. I'm looking at saying 33 hours left on this trip, so yeah, I've got at least twice that I'll have to stop going through, if not even more than that. So. Okay, here we go. But we should, at the minimum, get out of Italy today. In the game day, of course. So here we go. I hope everybody's day is going well. I woke up with a sinus infection. Not a very bad one, but enough that it's trying to give me a migraine. Actually, because I've had migraines in the past, this one was nowhere near an actual migraine level. I was starting to get a little nauseous from it, but the aspirin I took has kicked in. I'm feeling fairly good right now. And so figure, hey, it's a good time to jump in and drive some more. And in case you're wondering, the previous video that I did upload, I actually finished uploading it today. I actually set it to upload last night, but set it to private so I could make sure that it uploaded okay. Yeah, I really do typically only game for Euro Truck Simulator exactly what used to be recorded. Very rarely will I do 2 episodes back to back. I don't think I actually have done that in our current series. So we got some rain going on here. This might be the first time it's rained in this series. I've noticed that when you start a new game, it tends to rain fairly early on. I'm guessing because they want you to see the rain animation at least once. I don't know for sure though. We got some more income coming in. That's good. I have noticed that in the last couple of releases, the lights that are in the game kind of change more dramatically. It's not a smooth transition, because you'll notice that it just got really dark all of a sudden, and it was like somebody flipping a switch. It used to be fairly gradual on there. And you'll notice that when you're under the streetlights and things, like right at 6 a.m. the streetlights will turn off. It doesn't matter what the outside is. Although that's actually kind of realistic there. And here we go, where I'll have to slow down because they're not doing the speed limit, and let's get over. Cut that car off a little bit, but I don't mind. Yeah, I still haven't researched what the rules are for driving on the left-hand side of the road when you're in Italy or the rest of Europe. Anyways, as long as I can keep going in the game, I guess that's all that really matters. We got a tunnel coming up. Not long enough to turn off my wipers, really. Some of these tunnels are really, really long. More income! Yay. Still just in the hundreds of dollars instead of thousands of dollars range. I was gonna say it's getting to where it was slow in the fast lane even, but those trucks moved over. That truck just moved over right in time for that lane to end, I think. Yep, there's the arrows on the road. We're getting into the pretty forests here again. These forests always remind me of the forests they have in France in the game. Everything I say on this is about in the game. I've never been to Europe in reality. No more tunnels. Yeah, I think if I recall from looking at the map, we're going up through Austria rather than the France side. So this could just be like what the trees look like near the Alps. I don't know, or at least that's what SCS software wants you to think the trees look like. I noticed that the traffic seems to be running smoothly, so I'm going to go ahead and get over into the right lane. Turn off our wipers now. Looks like I'm getting up to where I've driven in the past. I've uncovered that to the road. Showing up on the GPS at the top. Oh yeah, because this is Messina. That makes sense. Yes, I think that's Messina. Yeah, these games are good at, well, it's Milano, that's what it is. Messina is in Sicily. I was going to say, this game's good at letting me learn geography eventually. Oh, God, turn around. Okay. It's going towards Verona. Sure, so 3% damage though. will stay 2 lanes, so I'm just going to stay here. I can come back up to 80 as well. So. Yeah, I'm at about 65,000 euros, so losing just a tiny bit while the drivers are leveling up. I think I mentioned it before, but I'll mention again just in case. I'm wanting to get about 2 full garages to get everything going, 100% capacity. So I'm eventually going to get a whole bunch of full-size garages first. I think there's achievement for getting 5 full-size garages at 100% capacity each. So I'll probably do the 5 garages, and then of course there's another achievement to buy every garage that's out there. So I will buy them and make them just small garages after that. Is my plan, and because you'll eventually run out of drivers. There are more garages, more capacity in the garages than there are drivers in the game. I think that's true even after the Italia DLC. Although I haven't looked it up to make sure, but I seem to recall that it wasn't even close in the previous version. So I'm pretty sure that I'll have a bunch of empty garages by the time we're done. But I'll only make 5 full-size garages just for that one achievement, and then keep the rest of them as small garages. There's no sense in paying the extra to make them all full size. Although by that point I'm going to be rolling in the dough, so I could definitely afford it. But I'll wait until the very end. Basically, what I'll do is when it gets time for the end game, after I'm making millions of dollars a day, then I'll upgrade everybody's truck and things like that. Buy everything I can, and get up to the 100% road uncovering. I'm not even sure what you call that, but make the map 100% complete. And then pretty much at that point, I'll accomplish everything. I'll make sure all the achievements are accomplished as well. Because that's right, I have the opportunity now with the special cargo to get the really huge ones and things like that. So that will be fun. Hoping to get to that around level 10ish or so. I'll have to look and see when I get the what level it is when I get the highest horsepower engine. That's another thing I'll be able to do once I have lots of money as well, is check the differences between this and the Scania. Because like I said, I've heard the Scania has just as much horsepower as the Volvo. I always drove the Volvo just because it had the more ability to get up the hills, things like that, a lot easier. Especially when you're playing on a map like the Pro Mods map. And there was a huge hill that was in, let's say like Algeria or something, in the northern Africa side of that map. It's been a long time since I played that one, but I remember there being this huge hill, and if you weren't maxed out on your engine, then you really struggled to get up that hill. And it was a really long hill too. And actually this bit of the road, like on the map, is starting to seem a bit familiar. Like, I think this was part of the original, and they obviously changed the painting and those signage and stuff like that. That's all on the road and things. But I'm wondering if this is part of the northern Italy that was part of the original European Truck Simulator map, because this is just seeming really, really familiar. And obviously I haven't come up here before because the road is not marked yellow. I do know that they worked on updating Northern Italy before the DLC came out so that it would match and be consistent when they did the DLC. So. Coming up this curve, around this curve where it does that S map. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I've seen that before, so I'm pretty sure this is part of the original one. And I'm going to be getting up into the original portion of the map here anyway, since I'm going through Austria and Germany en route to Scandinavia. But yeah, this section I totally recognize. Yeah, this is gotta be part of the original. Yeah, SCS is doing a pretty good job with these games though. The only thing is I kind of wish they would release updates a little bit more often. I'm going to get over because I don't trust that slow traffic in the right lane. These curves are where you actually have to pay a little bit more attention when you're driving. That's what makes this game more fun though. You actually get the curves and why is it going in my lane? I think they're just trying to slow me down. So let's just have me there. Let's see if that truck in front of me actually has an acceleration. Maybe sometimes they'll move if you talk at them. Sometimes they move over when you do that, but he does not want to. Well, that's only a little annoying. I'm sure that's what, if the other cars were sentient, that's what they'd be thinking about me being in this lane too, but this game's about me. I flash my high beams on him. He's going slower than the truck on the side too. He's like, get out of the way! Yeah, well, I got plenty of extra time. You're not even doing 75 because I'm catching up with him. He's getting faster than 70. So I'll just get to toggle in between these two settings on my cruise control. It's still slowing me down though. Because I'm doing 10 under when I'm at the slowest. I still got 1,700 kilometers to go. So literally, there's a toll booth coming up. I should be able to take him at that point. Because he obviously can't accelerate. Got out of the left lane though. That's some time before I'm up to speed. Yeah, it's about 4.5 hours. So probably the next rest stop after this one. Where I will. Oh, and here we go. I think we're going into Austria right now. That was a fun corner. I'm not going to stop at this rest stop. I've told you on this one too. Hopefully this is going to be the last toll booth for a long time. I recall that there are toll booths in Norway though. Still have 4 hours, so doing pretty good. I'm going to be turning right up here. Looks like so. Salzburg. Again, we're behind slow moving traffic though. we go. Yeah, so with 3.5 hours left, then yeah, the next rest stop I should pull into. And then it'll also mean that once I'm done sleeping, it'll be daylight hours. About 24 hours left on the road, the length of the trip. So yeah, I'm thinking two more stops. Based on the time, I'm going to go ahead and keep going one more rest stop from here. Even if we don't make it all the way. I'm going to finish the trip on the next video if we have to. So this is where I think we're back, where I have to get over because that right lane's just going to peel off. Find out here in a second. Yeah, see right there. So you think that you can go through, but you can't because there's only one lane on the left side here. So both Austria and Germany are like that. Austria and Germany. It almost makes you want to go, my grandpa didn't fight a war for you to do this. Of course, my grandpa was like 4 years old during World War II. So technically, true, he didn't fight a war. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I was just thinking, my grandpas on both sides were too young for World War II. And so on both sides of the family, they were born in the 30s. Anyway, let's see. There, it's a rest stop. Yeah, close enough. So, here for the night. Why do I have to wait for a truck? That's interesting. Wonder how long they're going to make me wait on this. Okay, not too bad. Just enough time for me to get my Diet Dr. Pepper and have my hands off the controls. Glad that I don't have to buy this much gas in real life. Okay, let's go to here and sleep. Back up to 67,000. Maybe about an hour and a half maybe before the loan will go through. That's going to take off 8,000, so we'll be under 60,000 unless there's another trip that comes through from my drivers. a hill because it's going really slow. And 11 hours of sleeping. Yeah, we'll definitely have to make one more stop, but I think that we can push it far enough that we'll only need the one more stop. Although if we have to make 3 stops, we have plenty of time for it. So what do we have left? 52 hours before it's overdue. Norway, here we come. I'm guessing that we probably will maybe make it through Germany. Germany's a pretty big country though, so we might have to stop in northern Germany before it's time. Oh, and we did get more income coming in, so we'll actually, after the loan payment goes through, we will still have over 60,000 in the bank. But yeah, slowly whittling down. It'll be nice to get this load I'm carrying right now in. Get my extra trucking drivers and have them start getting XP as well. And whenever I get drivers, I always put them just like whatever the last one is, so I don't hire like the extra skill drivers. I could, but they're just going to be getting all their XP raised anyway, so. Thinking. But this is another time where they'll peel off that road. Yeah. I do kind of find it funny. That actually, I think carries through. So there you go. I said I do find it funny that those signs, like the exit is like Ausfahrt, which looks way too close to asphalt. I have no idea what it means in German. Probably exit, something like that, but I guess. Stay in the middle for now. Over to that one. Turning out here. It's Leipzig, Frankfurt, and Nuremberg. I'll just kind of stick in the middle lane for now. Because the right lane will eventually disappear. Over there. I've seen those up in the Bay Area. There we go with the line. Yeah, still over 60. We're almost at 61,000. Now, we will not be making a profit with only 2 drivers. I wonder if we would make a profit with 2 expert drivers, like level 10. The only way for me to find that out would be to just play with only 2 drivers until they both leveled up to level 10, which should take a long time. And honestly, I'm not that curious. I guess the other way I could do it is once everybody is leveled up, I could fire all the other drivers except for 2 of them and see what would happen. I think in this game, if you fire somebody, then they're gone for good. And since you already are needing more drivers if you want to fill up all your garages, then no sense in firing any of them. I do remember I played this game when the first time I got it was right when Going East DLC, I think that's what it's called, Going East, the one that included was it like Romania and those types of countries. So I got it right when that had come out, and I remember you used to be able to do the same speed limit as the cars on this. And then a couple of patches later, they implemented the truck speed limit. So now it's like the cars can do 90 on those curves, but I can only do 80 legally. This makes it more realistic. Most places do have lower speed limits for trucks than they do for regular vehicles, for safety reasons, I'm sure. The main thing is when you're carrying this much weight, it takes a lot longer to slow down, and if you do hit something, you got a lot more momentum because of the mass that you're carrying with you. So momentum, I believe, is mass times velocity. So if you have a lower velocity, then you have a lower momentum as well. Momentum is also the same reason why you can have a really, really heavy train that's not moving that fast, but it'll still carry you up, because it can't stop. Even if it's only doing like 20 miles an hour, it takes a long time to stop when something jumps out in front of the train. Still going towards Leipzig. It feels good to get a couple of hours of this game in after going for about 2 weeks without playing it at all. And again, learning how to do these, getting used to being able to talk without a script, and all that. So yeah, I know that my commentary is not the best it's ever been, but you know, practice is going to make perfect at some point. Although, yeah, that reminds me, when I was in band, played trumpet. One of the things was I was told is it's not practice makes perfect, it's perfect practice makes perfect. Imperfect practice makes you solidify your imperfections. So you have to get it right. If you have the technique going slow, for example, in music, you can eventually build it up faster and faster. But if you make a mistake and you make that habit, then practicing it inconsistently, that off, every single time is going to make it worse and worse. So hopefully, I'm getting better rather than solidifying bad habits. Since I'm pretty much free associating right now, Bad Habits, awesome song by The Offspring, just saying. So what else are you going to talk about when you're driving up towards Leipzig on a virtual map? The scenery here with all these trees really reminds me of Colorado. Those look like the blue spruce that we have here. I don't mean like these on the left. Actually, now that I mentioned it, we've passed those types of trees. I'll see more of them. They're a little bit more like the pine. So those pine tracks are the pine types of trees are typically blue spruce in Colorado. So like coming up here on the right. So those over there on the right. That's kind of more like what we got in Colorado where. The only difference here is in Colorado, the branches go all the way down to the bottom a lot of the times. Going a little fast down this hill. Construction zone there. I'm kind of happy I'm in the middle lane instead of the right lane on that. It just felt squeezed. Alright, comes a truck up on my left. He's obviously speeding because I'm right at the speed limit. It's not very frequently that you actually get passed by other trucks. There we go with some more income. They're still doing relatively cheap deliveries. Oh yeah, one of the other things I could do is increase their distance first, like I do with me. I just kind of, when it comes to drivers, I just kind of like leave it balanced because I don't like micromanaging all that. But yeah, there's definitely ways to make it more optimal than how I do it, so. Got my earphone cord tangled up here. So right on a curve, that's always best time for that stuff to happen. I have too much stuff just plugged in right near my desk. I like my iPad here, the earphone cable, mouse cable, and all this other crap. So that's all trying to hide my Diet Dr. Pepper. Conclusion: I must get a bigger desk at some point, or I could, like clean. I am not what you would call the most organized of people. Which is weird because when it comes to the stuff like computer programming and things like that, I like stuff being structured. I just thought we got a $1,000 delivery done. Good job. I think that was max. That's what it said. Anyway, yeah, when it comes to programming and things like that, I like stuff being structured and organized, so I know exactly what I'm doing and when I'm going to do it and all that stuff. But then when it comes to everything else in my life, I'm like, just throw it in a pile over there. We don't need any organization. Yeah, I guess I'm a walking contradiction. It's just great Green Day song. Actually, I don't know the name of the song, I just remember that's one of the lyrics. I think that was off the Emerald album. So way back in time for that one. We got almost 6 hours. So basically, when we get to about 9 o'clock on the game time clock, then we'll start worrying about finding a place to sleep. I really don't think that we're going to get to Berlin before we have to rest. Let's see, I'm just going to pull up the map really quick. So that's normally... And Berlin's right there. I want to say... Probably gonna have to stop at this one. It'd be really tough to drag it all the way to that one. That would be fast for Berlin. You just have to see when we get up to that first gas station what I got left. Because each little north-south map of that zoom angle is about 2.5 hours of driving, give or take. And obviously depends on if you're on fast interstate type roads or if you're on the backcountry roads. And that's just my rough estimate from using this before. Yeah, nobody quote that as gospel distances for time, just a rough approximate. I'd say 2.5 to 3 hours of game time for north-south. East-west, it's about 4 hours when you're on that street because the width is farther than the vertical height. We're almost down to being only 1,000 kilometers away. which would mean we're 2/3 of the way done. Even though this gets me way out of Italy, I'm glad that I decided to take this one. This sort of driving is what I started with on Euro Truck Simulator, and so this is what I'm used to being able to do. This Germany, Austria, Poland, all of those. I think the first country that I ever did 100% unlocking all the roads on was Great Britain, though, because that's when I got to the I was able to get the achievement where you unlock 50% of the road, or is it 40%, whatever it is, the first one. I think it's 50%. And when I did that, when I started by just undoing all of England, and then went into Europe to try and undo everything. This is before even the Scandinavian DLC came out. So there was not as much to unlock back then either. I keep saying unlock, but to reveal on the map, I guess. I'm not sure what the correct term for that is. Now the problem with not getting that achievement quickly, though, is it really means that it's going to hurt to get it now with all the other DLCs. But as the youths of today say, challenge accepted. Farming simulator tractor out there. Makes me wonder, I might do some farming simulator playthroughs as well. I've actually been doing the South American farm on that one. That's been a lot of fun. Doing that one in hard mode even. Yeah. Let's see where I'm at. So just under 4 hours. So I think I can. I'm going to try to get to that one after Berlin. Might be pushing it a little bit. But hey, what's life without a little risk every once in a while? You notice my playlist is still doing this thing where it repeats before it plays all the other songs that are actually on there. I actually have 29 songs on this playlist. But from the way it repeats, you think there's only like 10. And it's interesting that, I enjoy this game so much, just driving around and stuff, when I absolutely hate driving in real life. I was thinking, it'd be fun to do this for real, and I was like, no, I wouldn't. I don't like doing this for real. I've already tried. Earlier in this episode, when I was behind that truck and was honking and flashing my lights and stuff, I can let it go in the game, In real life, I'm like, when I know there's somebody who could actually hear me in the other vehicle, I've seen the four letter words come out and all that stuff. Yeah, I just don't need that in my life. That's probably just a rationalization anyway. Yeah, I have. I thought about it before. I really honestly have no idea why I dislike driving so much in real life. But I never have liked it. I think part of it is because everybody says you have to do it now. And I'm a bit of a rebel. So as soon as somebody says you have to do this, or how can you function in life if you don't do this, and I'm like, well, I'll show you how. Again, challenge accepted. I probably, if somebody said that I wasn't allowed to drive, then I probably won't do. That's a bit of reverse psychology going on or something, I don't know. Anyway, so here's going off to the side where the exit port is, of course. I think there'll be another, because if I remember there was like two exits back to back, and then after that will be the next gas station. And under 3 hours, so yeah, I wouldn't be wasting too much. So yeah, we're almost done for today then. I get to render the video and upload it. Take another, I don't know, 4 hours or so. It's ridiculous. I render it at the best quality. I don't know if I should, given that nothing else is of best quality in this. Okay, anyway, I think that this will be okay in the right lane, because I think that the only thing coming up is going to be that gas station. No more exits. Here we are. The music that's playing now, I wrote this song after I listened to a whole bunch of, well, I watched a whole bunch of Doctor Who. And I gotta say right now, in my opinion, the best music on any TV show is Doctor Who. Especially, I mean, this is loosely based off of the I'm the Doctor theme, which was Matt Smith's theme. Yeah, this part that's coming up, though, I actually based a little bit off of the chord progressions that were used in like the Lord of the Rings movies and things like that. I mean, it doesn't sound like them, but because I wasn't like copying the melodies or anything, but the chord progressions, so it was fun. All right, so. Let's see what the company is looking like. So up to 3,000 a day. still 5,000 under what we need to make a profit. But that's not too bad. Let's check the drivers really quick. So yeah, they're doing fairly similar to each other. They're still at 0.8. But that'll do it for today. I'll go ahead and save this. And you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you on the next one.